After our trip around Erkshebi, we started from Erfurt to explore the east. In the endless vastness, we saw all of a sudden a water well and two thirsty donkeys. Of course, Fritz and Peter rolled up their sleeves and started pumping water immediately to save the donkey's life. And indeed, both enjoyed the water like if it was a knocking off beer. Some more sandy riverbeds to cross. Again and again we saw nomads in the middle of nowhere. Very rarely we found riverbeds with water. And such fords with water are of course used as washing stations as well. Nearby Budinip, we met this girly group with their donkeys. The entire firewood for the family is carried like this. In the next village, we are looking for the piece to Beni Taji, our next milestone. The locals gave us the right direction. They warned us that we will have to cross many wets and that the track is really bumpy. And we even met motorbike drivers out there. As we determined, the locals were absolutely right. The riverbeds are partially quite steep, but our off-road heart is pleased. Sometimes we had to try 2 to 3 times to climb up the bank with the right angle. Before we move on, we deflate the tires a bit. That takes time, but it makes driving so much easier on these difficult undergrounds. And at the end of the day, we had to pass this really beautiful rock plateau, kind of our dessert before we rest in the overnight camp. It's not that easy to climb up and down these slippery rocks with our heavy vehicles. But Fritz and Peter did a fantastic job, as usual. On our way to Beni Taji, we drove in a riverbed for more than a day into a very remote valley. Unfortunately, we had to detect that the chosen route does not exist. That means turning around and try to find another way. In the next village, we were welcomed so cordially. The teacher even invited us for tea, though without filming permission. However, we finally arrived in the correct valley, or better said, right gorge. It was really impressive to drive through the rock walls. We enjoyed it so much. After the sleepover in the highlands, we had to take the track back over the pass of Pegasus. The pass is very stony with some narrow curves. For both drivers, it's a demanding terrain, hence walking pace is the preferred speed limit. The reward is waiting after the pass. A spectacular view and marvelous colors. And far too soon, we are back in civilization. At this village, the gravel road ends. The way back to Budenip, the starting point of our round trip, is tarred. In Budenip, we can buy some fresh food and then we drive to the local campsite Rekkam, managed by François. Definitely a location to relax and feel at home.